Hey, you doing, everybody? This is John of Video Games in the World, and welcome to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah. So, this game is based on the TV series of the same name, the long-running TV series since 1993. Okay, so this is how the story begins. Angel Grove is under attack, and Rita Repulsa declares her intent to rule the world. Only 5 teenagers can stop her now. These teenagers are recruited by Zordon, an intergalactic being from the planet of Eltar. Under his guidance, Zack, Billy, Trini, Kimberly, and Jason defended the Earth with courage. And now we're playing as Trini. So Trini is the first Yellow Ranger in Power Rangers history. So, and here's a fun fact, everyone. The one who played as Trini in the unaired pilot of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is Audrey Dubois. And the unaired pilot Trini looked more like a Latina than an Asian. But then in the final in the aired pilot called Day of the Dumpster, that's where Trini was played by an Asian, Thuy Trang. Thuy Trang was an actress of Vietnamese origin, and according to what I heard in an interview with David Yost, she and her family had escaped from Vietnam during the war and settled in America. So Trini Kwan was the greatest Yellow Ranger. The first and greatest Yellow Ranger, indeed. So we know that Trini was pretty much afraid of heights. But she overcame that fear of heights thanks to her friends. And especially after Zack scared her with a prank in the second episode, High Five. Okay, now, it's Morphin time! Saber-tooth Tiger! And Trini's weapons are, of course, the power daggers. Short range, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so this is Angel Grove Park right now. And Trini Kwan, on how many episodes center on her, and we see that she was a practitioner of praying mantis kung fu. Kind of wish she did like a White Lotus kung fu. White Lotus, that's the deadliest style there is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so Trini, I think she participated also in the legendary battle. Yeah. And Trini will return in Power Rangers Once and Always, but only in a Power Ranger suit because the actress who portrayed her passed away in 2001 before 9/11. Wow. And we also saw in Once and Always that Trini had a daughter, Min. Min Kwan in Once and Always, a 30th anniversary Power Ranger special, was played by Charlie Kirsch, who, much like Thuy Trang, is of Vietnamese origin. She was really awesome as Min Kwan, Charlie Kirsch. Now, there's a deleted scene where Charlie herself played as a young Trini. Min Quan, much like her mother, she practices praying mantis kung fu, and he wants to become the Yellow Ranger in order to avenge her mother, who was killed by the resurrected Rita Repulsa, who was known as Robo Rita. The successor of Trini Kwan was Aisha Campbell. I liked her, but Trini will always be the original Yellow Ranger. And Tui Trang had a small roles in some movies and shows. She was in that movie Spy Hard with the man, the myth, the legend of parody movies, Leslie Nielsen. Leslie was hilarious. Okay, so that's it for stage 1, and that's it for Trini. So we're now going to play as the one and only Kimberly. Kimberly is the first Pink Ranger in history. She's a gymnast and also is a guitar player. Amy Jo Johnson, the actress who portrays the character, is also a guitar player and was also a gymnast, if I recall correctly. So Kimberly, she was great friends with Trini and all of her friends, and was the girlfriend of Tommy Oliver. She developed a crush on Tommy Oliver when she first saw him in the episode Green with Evil. I still remember in Green with Evil Part 1 when Book of School were hassling her, and then Tommy's like, she said no. Book and Skull were about to teach Tommy a lesson, but Tommy, aya, aya! With his karate moves, he scared them away. That spinning jump kick, I used to love doing that when I was a kid. Oh man. Man, do I miss Jason David Frank. He was an awesome Ranger. One of the best. No, the GOAT, I say. Okay, so there were a lot of Kimberly-centered episodes, of course, much like and also, what's said about Kimberly is that her family life wasn't too happy because her mom and dad had divorced and she had a stepfather. Kimberly, everyone's boyhood crush. Okay, so what did Amy Jo Johnson, the actress who portrayed Pink Kimberly, did after Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Well, she did a number of TV movies and shows. Okay, here we go now. It's Morphin time! Pterodactyl! And her weapon, the power bows. You know, Kimberly is cool, but in her civilian outfit, she's kind of weak. Okay, so before we continue about what Amy Jo Johnson did after Power Rangers, let's continue about talking about Kimberly in the show. Well, I remember some Kimberly-centric episodes, like Calamity Kimberly, that she looked a mess. It was kind of funny, though. You know, in that episode, Calamity Kimberly, it shows us that, yeah, we all have our bad days, indeed, yeah. Every time Skull was hitting on her, she was grossed out. Yeah, because Book and Skull were jerks. They were bullies. Okay, so anyway, Kimberly, one of my favorite episodes that is centered on Kimberly is called The Spitflower, where she is making a parade float that symbolizes world peace. Bulk and Skull come to start trouble, but then they are allergic to flowers and they laugh it off. Tommy helps her, but then Putty Patrols appear to wreck poor Kimberly's, float. And that's where she teaches Rita not to mess with her. You go, girl. But Tommy, being the good guy that he is, being this amazing friend that he is, he restored Kimberly's parade float. She didn't want to watch the parade, but then they surprised her. Is that my parade float? Surprise! And it was Tommy who helped her. No wonder he became his girlfriend. Well, that's because Tommy's not a jerk. He's this amazing guy, Oh, man. It's sad the way he died. Jason David Frank. And it's hard to believe it's been almost 2 years already. Time flies. Now, Kimberly, she did an impression of Rita Repulsa when she was captured by Lord Zed's goons. It was actually funny. She later became the Ninja Pink Ranger using the power of the crane thanks to Ninjor. And, but then, in the episode, A Different Shade of Pink, Kimberly had to make a choice. A very difficult decision. To either achieve her dream of becoming a professional gymnast or stay as a Power Ranger. She chose her dream to become a professional gymnast and go to the Olympics, or the Pan Global Games, which is the Power Rangers' own version of the Olympics. And her successor was Catherine Hillard. Now, after Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Amy Jo Johnson went on to do a number of TV shows and also acted in televised movies. She will return as Kimberly in Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, which kickstarted which served as the beginning of Power Rangers, as the official end of Power Rangers CEO and the beginning of Power Rangers Turbo. Thank you. So, Amy Jo, I believe that Kimberly also returned for the legendary battle as well. Hard to believe it's been 10 years since I saw that episode, the legendary battle. I will talk about it in my main channel of Video Games in the World. Subscribe to it, and the link is in the description. So Amy Jo Johnson was in the TV movie Perfect Body, where she plays a gymnast suffering from anorexia, and she was also in the TV movie Killing Mr. Griffin alongside Mario Lopez of Saved by the Bell fame. She was in the college drama Felicity alongside Kerry Russell, where she played a student called Julie Emmerich, who is a guitarist, much like her in real life. And also, she was in the Canadian TV show Flashpoint, where she plays a SWAT cop called Jules. And we saw her, and 10 years ago, I remember seeing her playing playing the guitar on the streets in Canada in her Power Ranger costume. Wow. Not to mention also that she directed TV episodes and some short films as well. Amy Jo Johnson directed an episode of Superman and Lois. Wow. Amy has really moved up. And that's it for the Pink Ranger, everyone's boyhood crush. Alright. Okay, the next one we're going to play with is Billy. Billy is the Blue Ranger, or the brains of the team, played by David Yost. You know, in this game, he's kind of slow, but he can take a beating. I'm not like too fond of Billy in his civilian outfit and form, but as a Power Ranger, at least he's good. I don't know why he does it. Like on one hand, he doesn't look when he punches, and well, he's the nerdy kid who was in Jason's karate class to protect himself from bullies. Yeah, whenever we had bullies back in the day, we had to learn how to defend ourselves. It was about respect and honor that we had to confront our bullies. To make sure that our bullies don't mess with us, you know what I'm saying? Fudge. It was about respect and honor. Okay. Now Billy is one of the characters that I don't like to play it with that much. He's kind of slow when he runs, and his punches are, and his hits are not as good in civilian mode. But as a ranger, his power lances pack a punch. So Billy, he always spoke in a technological manner. And Trini was the one who understand his technological language. He's kind of like Donatello of the Ninja Turtles. Okay, here comes a monster. It's that eye monster from the episode I Guy. It's morphin' time! Triceratops! Okay, time to kick butt, baby. Yeah. Okay, so Billy's last name was Cranston, and his last name was inspired by actor Bryan Cranston. Damn good actor, by the way. And speaking of Bryan Cranston, he did some voice work in the show, playing like the Snizzard. Not to forget also that he played as Zordon in the 2017 Power Rangers movie, Heisenberg. Now, before Bryan Cranston was Heisenberg, Walter White in Breaking Bad, he played as Hal Wilkerson in Malcolm in the Middle. He was mad funny in that show. Brian was hilarious. Okay, but enough of Bryan Cranston. Back to Billy and David Yost. So, Billy, he would help the Power Rangers in so many ways with his intelligence, creating inventions, and even a cure for Jason's itchy condition in one of the episodes. episodes where he was infected by a flea monster. And also, when the Power Rangers were turned into kids at the third season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, in Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers, he created a machine that could restore the Rangers back to their teenage forms. And he was the only one who succeeded in restoring his adolescence again. But then, because of restoring time back to normal, there was a negative effect on Billy because of that machine and turning time back to what it was. That he started aging rapidly and later graduated from high school due to his intelligence. However, Cestria could take him to Aquitar, to a fountain of youth where he could restore his youth once again. It was sad to see Billy go. He was a pretty good character, you know. But here's a sad fact of why David Yost left the Power Rangers. It turns out that David Yost was a victim of homophobia by the crew. And there were times during lunch break that he almost tried to, well, you know, he nearly took his own life, which was really sad. After Power Rangers, he did certain things on television, like producing certain shows, like Temptation Island, which was a couple's reality show on the Fox network. And then in 2010, when he settled in Mexico for a short time, and there he came to terms with his sexuality and publicly came out as gay. David Yost was supported by his cast members, and many cast members of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, even later Power Ranger shows, would take part in no hate photo shoots. Many Power Ranger stars from different Power Ranger shows would take part in no hate photo shoots, such as many stars from Power Rangers in Space, Lost Galaxy, Time Force, Lightspeed Rescue, Dino Thunder. They're such great people, these stars of Power Rangers. Okay, time to fight the monster. Now, this monster appeared in the episode I Guy. What a funny title that was. It's to rescue a friend of Billy who created a virtual reality roller coaster, which was pretty cool. Everybody loved his VR. Everyone loved that kid's VR roller coaster, but Kimberly's like, let me out, let me out! Damn, girl, what's wrong with roller coasters? They're fun. Ice picks. Okay, now, about the character of Billy, Trini, and Kimberly, which I forgot to mention, you see their adventures once again in the Boom Comics of Power Rangers, and the Boom Comics are really, really awesome. I love the Boom Comics of Power Rangers. They're so awesome. I forgot to mention also when I was playing as Trini that since the original Trini looked Latina, ironic, not ironically, but what's really cool is that in the 2017 movie, Trini was played by a Latina actress and singer, Becky G. Okay, so now we're playing as the one and only Zack. Now, Zack is pretty cool. He has his breakdance fighting style, hip hop keto, but I don't like how he was designed in his civilian outfit was designed in this game. I really don't like it. Zack looks like a... I'd rather not say it. I'd rather not say it. Okay. So, Zack is known for is a break dancer and also does karate with Jason. His fighting style combines both karate and breakdancing that he calls hip-hop keto. And he had a crush on this girl called Angela. So he and Angela, they finally start dating in the episode where he goes on a double date with where he and Tommy go on a double date with Kimberly and Angela. So Zack, along with Jason and Trini, will go to a peace conference, and he will return for the legendary battle. I believe so. His successor was Adam Park. Now, Adam Park was the Black Mighty Morphin Ranger, or in not just in Mighty Morphin Season 2, and had the power once again for a short time in Power Rangers in Space, and returned in the two-part episode of Power Rangers Operation Overdrive Once a Ranger to celebrate like 15 years of Power Rangers at the time. Adam Park was alongside Kira, the yellow Dino Thunder Ranger, Tori, the blue Ninja Storm Ranger, Bridge, who became the red SPD Ranger after Sky was promoted to SPD Commander, and who was the Yellow Ranger again? Oh, Jesus, I haven't seen Power Rangers in a long time. Oh, the Green Ranger. I mean, the Green Ranger is the Green Ranger in that story. Xander, the Green Mystic Ranger. Pardon me, everyone. Okay, so now Zack has the Power Axe, and I forgot. Sorry, I should have said it's Morphin time when he morphed. Okay, I'll say it. Hey, it's Morphin time! Mastodon! There. Too little, too late. I was just too focused on talking about the episode Once a Ranger. So Zack has his Power Axe right here. Now, I was really happy that Zack returned as a Black Ranger once again in Once and Always. Now, there's this video called Forever Black which is about Black Rangers. It was made by Filipino singer and Power Ranger and huge Power Ranger fan Chris Cantata. He does all these Forever More videos, and they're really awesome. And what's really cool is that in the black one, I'm not gonna say it, is that Walter Jones appears as well. I'm not gonna say the whole thing. You're gonna have to watch it for yourself. So my shout out goes to Chris Cantata for his Power Ranger videos. Okay, so in Once and Always, Zack returns as a Black Ranger, and he doesn't want to tell, he does not want to tell Min the truth about what happened to her mother, but Billy believes that she must be told the truth. Now, about Zack in Once and Always, he becomes like the guardian of Min after Trini dies. So, sometime after the peace conference, Zack entered into politics and he became a congressman. I guess he aspires to become the next Barack Obama or something. Just kidding. I'm just joking. Well, Zack is Zack. He doesn't have to be Barack Obama to be a congressman. But I'm sure he... Now, if Zack Taylor were to run for president, I would surely vote for him. He's got great values and beliefs. Oh, this is awesome. And that's it for Zack. Okay, so now we're gonna go with the next Ranger, the original, the GOAT of all Red Rangers, Jason. Hell yeah. Okay, so Jason is the leader of the Power Rangers, the original leader of the Power Rangers, and the first Red Ranger. So, Jason is a martial artist. Yes, and also, he played football alongside Billy, Tommy, and Zack in the Season 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, part of Angel Grove's football team. He was later succeeded by Rocky DeSantos, and later became the Gold Seal Ranger. However, his powers as the Gold Seal Ranger were only temporary. Yeah, kind of like Tommy, who, after the Green Candle story arc, his powers were only temporary. So the adventures of Jason, Zack, and Trini, and Kimberly, and Billy, as well as Tommy, continue on in the Boom comics by David Higgins. God, I love those comics. the Boom comics of Power Rangers. Sorry. You know, Rocky may be an awesome Red Ranger, and there were many awesome Red Rangers as well. But to me, Jason is the GOAT when it comes to Red Rangers. Speaking of the best Red Rangers, I remember watching Power Rangers SPD. Oh, pause for a moment. Pause. Sorry. It's Morphin time! Tyrannosaurus! And you got the power sword. Hell yeah. Okay, so about Red Rangers, like I said, I remember watching in Power Rangers SPD, and I remember that Skytade wanted to become a Red Ranger because of his father, who was considered the best of Red Rangers. At first, I thought he was talking about Jason or Tommy, because don't forget, Tommy was also a Red Ranger, the Red Steel Ranger and the Red Turbo Ranger as well. But it wasn't Jason or Tommy, it was some other guy. It was an SPD Red Ranger that wore the Red Time Force Ranger uniform with an SPD tag on it, you know. Sorry. I have to clear my throat. I've been talking too loud. Okay. So, one of my favorite episodes about Jason is that he was feeling like a lot of guilt after Tommy had left for a second time because the powers of the Green Ranger were completely drained. And he felt responsible for not having saved Tommy before. However, when there were black, pink, yellow, and blue candles, Lord Zed intended to make Jason feel a lot more guilty for not saving his friends, but he fought bravely and saved his friends. And he was about to compete in a karate tournament. Tommy wrote him a letter and told him to win the competition for him and to not worry about him. Now, speaking about Tommy, I remember that Jason and Tommy had problems working together. In the episode Gun Ho, they will learn to work as a team for the Ninja Finals. Zack and Billy were training them, but the arrival of the Super Putty Patrollers gave them the right motivation to work together as a team by getting the Super Power Blasters that could stand against the Putty Patrollers. But they had to pass a trial of the sword known as Titanus. Okay, better watch out for that super cannon. Okay. Gotta destroy that cannon. But the cool thing about that super cannon is that it destroys the putty patrol, those pesky putty patrollers trying to stop you. Yes. Oh, that is so cool. Okay. And now it's time for the boss fight. You know, Cosmic Fury seems pretty cool, but I don't know. Resurrecting Lord Zed, I don't know, it feels kind of forced. Because if I recall correctly, Lord Zed was turned good because of Zordon's energy wave at the end of Power Rangers in Space. Okay, so so this boss is the Dark Warrior who appears in the episode, who appears in Season 1. He's the eponymous main antagonist of the episode of the same name. This warrior is created by Fincher to use his muscle to capture Trini's Uncle Howard and make him give Rita the formula of invisibility. With it, the Power Rangers will be able to untech the evil space aliens and will be incredibly easy to destroy. But of course, the Rangers outsmarted Rita and the monster and succeeded in saving Trini's uncle, Howard. And that's it for Jason. What's coming up next is... the Megazord. It's time for the Megazord. We need dinosaur power now! Saber-tooth tiger, dinosaur power! Triceratops, dinosaur power! Mastodon, dinosaur power! Pterodactyl, dinosaur power! Tyrannosaurus, dinosaur power, now! And here we have it, folks, the Megazord. Okay, so the one we're gonna there are only 2 Megazord fights. And this is Mutitus. Mutitus appeared in the episode Island of Illusion. He is a very powerful zombie monster summoned by Rita Repulsa to attack Angel Grove as part of her plan to trap the Power Rangers in the Island of Illusion. He is summoned alongside the evil master, Lokar, but arrives first shortly after an attack by Goldar and Scorpina, who forces the Rangers to form the Megazord. Mutitus was very, very strong. And Lokar has him use his Breath of Doom to transform Mutitus into a more dragon demon-like form. While on the Island of Illusion, the 6 Rangers faced their illusion of their worst fears, but eventually overcame them. You're finished! So, the Rangers destroy Mutitus with a Mega Dragon Sword. Okay, this is the final stage at Bandora Palace. this is Cyclopsis. Cyclopsis appears in the two-part episode Doomsday, which was supposed to be the final episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But because the show was so popular, it continued. So, Cyclopsis was a very powerful war Zord controlled by Goldar. You're finished! Huh? What? It turned gold, which is more powerful now. Okay, let's boogie. Now you can play this game for 2 players, but only when it comes to the Megazord fight. You know, Netflix was supposed to make a reboot of Power Rangers, but unfortunately, they're not going to do it anymore. Who's going to take it? Amazon? Peacock? We'll see. And that is the end of Cyclopsis, and that is the end of the game in overall. Kind of wish you fought Rita and Goldar. I don't know, man. I don't know. I never really liked sex design in this game. And like I said, I'd rather not say what he looks like. I'd rather not say it. But I like how Trini looks, like letting the wind in blow her hair like that. It's cool. Oh look, Ernie, Vulcan Skull. Now, the actor who played as Ernie also passed away. One of the many actors of Power Rangers that actually that passed away. Now, for this Power Rangers reboot, I just do hope that they make their own thing and not be too heavily dependent on Super Sentai footage, you know? I think that's a plan, that they're not going to be too heavily dependent on Sentai footage like previous Power Ranger shows. Because previous Power Ranger shows, they had so many... They had loads of footage from Super Sentai shows that they adapted. Okay, so that's Angel Grove at night. I shall return, Rangers! Okay, everyone, that's it for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So, next playthrough coming soon, so thanks for watching.